Hey everyone, we are back with a waiver wire for fantasy football week 11. A lot of stuff has happened in the football world this year, including my team this past week. I really can't believe it. I got 49 points from Jared Goff. Then I got my wide receiver doing really good. Then George Kittle got 27. Then Zach Ertz 12. And my kicker only gave me one fantasy point, and my running back gave me like the most 14 and 10. And I had Cook and Bijan, and I lost 108 to 194. I'm 6-3 now, or 6-4. Not bad, but I should have won though. I should have won, man. And the guy at first 3-6. It's trash, bro. But not enough about me. Let's do waiver wire pickup. So, uh, like always, there's really not a whole lot of waiver wires because most of you already have your players in. But we'll just do a quick video and let's go. So, first up, quarterback waiver wire. Want to pick up Jacoby Brissett. He's been doing amazing. The last 4 games. Uh, He had 41 fantasy points, 38 fantasy points, 43, and 36. So it's a lot. In my league, I have ESPN fantasy, but he has been doing amazing, and look for him to keep that going because he's doing much better than Kyle Murray. Definitely pick him up. Other quarterbacks, I wouldn't really trust. No, Gino, no, I don't really trust him. Mac Jones, I guess you can pick him up. I guess we can. He's doing a little bit better than Gino and Mariota. I know Gino had like a moment, versus the Jaguars, but last week he did horrible, 11 fantasy points. So pick up Mac Jones and Jacoby Brissett for a quarterback. Every other quarterback, trash. Avoid them. Now running back is again a little bit tricky, but I think it's a little bit of a better, waiver wire pickups for you guys to pick up because it looks like they're gonna be using much more than any other week. And we're going to talk about Sean Tucker of the Bucks. It looks like he's going to be involved much more because Bucky Irving is remain sidelined if he does. So definitely pick up Sean Tucker, and he'll get a lot of snaps going forward. And then Chris Rodriguez, I guess you want to pick him up, you can, but like it's so risky. I would just pick him up just for like insurance. Yeah. Other than that, the other running backs is just backups or like maybe Will like Perrion, Samarian Perrion, the Bengals running back. He really has weird moments. I don't know. But no other running back to really pick up. All backups pretty much. As for my bad, I'm like stuffy right now. Um, as for wide receivers, a lot of really like gamble because a lot of these wide receivers, 1 minute they're good, 1 minute they have like one fantasy point, not even like nothing. So, uh, like Wilson might be a little better. Check. No. The only wide receiver I can suggest to you is Michael Wilson of the Cardinals. He's the one that had the most consistent fantasy points each week. So he had 8, 12, 9, and 10 fantasy points. The other ones are like Jaden Higgins of the Texans. He has 17, yeah, but then he has one week, and then the other week he had 14, and the other week he had 0. If you want, you can pick up Higgins, the Texans wide receiver, but like him and Wilson, but Wilson's much more of a valid one because he's much more consistent. If you need like a flex, but everyone else is so up and down. Yeah, I wouldn't trust it. Now let's move on to tight end. Um, tight end. No, not Janu. Uh, Michael Mayer. I guess I could suggest you Michael Mayer because he'll at least give you something if Bowers isn't playing. I guess pick up Michael Mayer. As for Titan, no. Hmm. No, not involved that much. Uh, yeah. I mean, oh, actually, Noah Fant. Pick up Noah Fant if you're in need. He's actually the number one wide receiver. I mean, tight end. My bad. That you should definitely pick up because he's been doing pretty good. I know he had like what three kind of bad games. One was 6 fantasy points, one was 5, and one was 0. But that was like the beginning of the season. But lately, the last 4 games, he has 7, 16, 9, and 11. So he's getting much more involved because of the quarterback that they have right now of Joe Flacco. So I would say Noah Fant and my Michael Mayer pick up. Now defense, let's do defense. Defensive wise, pick up Ravens if you have to. Cowboys, definitely the version of Raiders. I would trust them. I wouldn't trust them. I would say, I guess, I would just say Cowboys and Ravens. Everyone else is a little tricky. The Dolphins are version of the Commanders. You never know. The Dolphins are pretty trash. uh, but if you want, you can. Jaguars are version of the Chargers. A little risky, I would say. Cardinals versus the 49ers, avoid them. Raiders versus Dallas, avoid them. Vikings versus Chicago, would try to avoid them. Titans versus Houston, I easily avoid. So only, I would say, 3 Dolphins, Cowboys, and Ravens defense pick up. As for kickers, it's up to you. I don't really care about kickers that much because it's really up to what you guys want to choose. But I would say pick up Elliott for the Eagles, the version of Detroit, so you might have an easier chance of giving you much more kicking ability. Rams kicker versus Seattle, same as well. And then I would say Packers kicker, the versus Giants. There's other kickers, but like the versus like the Dolphins versus the Commanders. We're not sure how well the Dolphins offense are going to move, but I guess you can maybe suggest them if you have to. And yeah, that's about it, guys. That is the waiver wire pickup for fantasy football. I know that was a really short video. I think the shortest one I ever did, but it's pretty much like I think I realized now doing waiver wire is kind of like pointless, like the YouTube video wise, because like it's not like the beginning of the season. Then it makes more sense because like we're all trying to know what's up, yada yada. But like you trust me, if you clicked on this video in like a regular video format, you saw, you're like, what? Makes no sense. Because more than half these players are not going to give you that many fantasy points. And on top of that, it's like mostly everyone in your league has it. Unless you're an 8-man league or a 6-man league or even a 10-man league, I think that's when you're like, okay, I need advice. But other than that, most of you guys already have these players on your team, and I feel like that's really rare to have a lot of leagues that have like less than like 12. Because most of them are gonna have more than 10 or 8, unless you're just a small group of friends. Then yeah, but yeah, guys, that is the fantasy waiver wire to pick up. If you guys have any other question of which player you should that you want me to help you, which player you want to pick up, comment down below. Be more happy to help. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.